Hello guys, welcome back. In this tutorial we are going to talk about cookies, which is a big topic, but since JavaScript, we're talking about JavaScript, and this is just a part of JavaScript. So, I mean, we use cookies with JavaScript. We can handle cookies in JavaScript, and this we're going to see it. I'm just going to give a small piece of time about this. First, I will give a brief introduction of the cookie in itself for those who doesn't know. Then I will see how to handle it with JavaScript, and then it will be finished. First, HTTP cookie of the browser, a small piece of data that a server sends to a user web browser. The browser store the cookie and send it with the later requests. Yes, the first thing, the most important thing to understand in order to understand why exists cookie is that HTTP protocol is stateless. What does it mean? That a browser cannot understand if I send a request and I send two requests, the server cannot understand that these requests are sent by me, and so cookie exists to make this to make the server understand that I made the requests come from me, is my blueprint and other things. So these are the main purpose, which is called session management. Session management is the most important purpose. Then other purposes, what are the other purposes? Personalization, which is to store the preferences of the person and or the location of the person maybe, but I'm not even an expert, to be frank, and tracking and analyzing user behavior. Boom. These are the three purposes of HTTP cookie. I want to show a small image of this comes from Burp Suite, which is really not something that is related with JavaScript, but as here you can see a GET request, because server and clients talk between GET and POST requests. Of course, this is a simplification, a brutal simplifications. But here you can see a GET request that has different parameters. So when we are talking about requests, we are talking about this, and of course there is a cookie inside. Boom, this is everything that I want to say about cookie, and nothing else. Then we will see, no, nothing else since yesterday, because we have to say something more, that a cookie has different parameters. A cookie has a timestamp. I can't find it here. Anyway, if you want to know more about cookie, you will find it yourself. A cookie has a timestamp. A cookie, the final lifetime of a cookie can have a timestamp. It can expire. A cookie can have a domain in which it works, and maybe it can in another place it doesn't work. A cookie can have a path in which a path inside the header, etc., etc., and it can has flags and attributes, and I don't find flags inside here. Anyway, this become useless. Let's move on. Last thing I want to show that is very simple. It's about how to handle cookie inside your browser. So not your cookie in your website, but this is handling the cookie of your browser. You go in settings. Generally, you go in settings. You go under privacy and security, and here you can delete the data, also cookies, and the history of your navigation, and you can handle cookie. Here you can block third-party cookie. Generally, as default, it blocks third-party cookie when you are using the incognito navigation. full stop. Now let's go to the code editor and see how JavaScript can handle cookie. So with document.cookie, we are setting a cookie. So right now, of course, an empty web page doesn't have a cookie. So I'm sorry if we could have an entire big web page where you can access from the server side and look at the cookie, then you could see tons of cookie, But since I cannot show you one of my web pages for security reasons, let's say, and anyway, doesn't matter. There are no cookies inside this empty HTML page. We are setting it 1, which most important has every cookie is a key value pairs and now we are setting a cookie that his name is Paolo and password is none. Okay, it could be anything. So if you come here and you console.log document.cookie, you can see that we find this, that we can find our name equal to Paolo. Okay. Okay, so last thing that I want to show is how can we a small piece of code that should theoretically handle the cookie inside our cookie, our document.cookie. Imagine that document.cookie now is not just one value pair, but it's a big it's a big array of a big list, a big array, and that we have to that is always encoded. So so we need to find a way to get all the values, no? So let cookie, we define a variable that is decode the URI component, the document.cookie. So now we have decoded the document.cookie. Then we define another variable that is cookie list, which cookie split. So we are splitting the values. We are splitting the values with the semicolon. Okay, we split the value of for the semicolon, so we are getting all the name equal to Paolo, password equal to none, blah 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 blah, and then we are going to loop for, we already saw this, for let e equal to 0, e minus that cookie list, length e plus plus. Let c cookie list dot e. So we are getting all the cookie list, all the elements inside the cookie list that we splitted. So, and then if the character at the beginning, the first character, is equal to, and here I left an empty space. I forgot to give it a space. So if there is a space before the character that is not wanted, is by chance is there, we are going to perform c equal to c.trim, which is the function that deletes all the white spaces at the beginning or at the end of a sentence. In this case, at the beginning. And then performs another if statement. If c starts with name, which theoretically everyone starts with name, because it should be the key, then alert because now we don't have anything else to handle it. I mean, we're just the purpose will be just to show the cookie, and it does c dot substring. So it's taking the string of the length of the string from the fifth array, the fifth index. Why? Because name is 0, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It starts at the fifth. It starts to take the the key. It starts to take the value. So we're just deleting name equal to and take the value. Boom. That's it. And I know that I made a lesson that is very little, and I could say much more about cookie and much better. But of course, cookie is not a matter of it's just a small piece of JavaScript. So if you want to know more about cookie, I think you'd better find some documentation, because this is a JavaScript tutorial, and we're not talking about this. Now we will find another interesting topic that is less known by the what we can say folks, but I put myself into the folks, and which is local storage, because local storage is less known than cookie. Everybody knows cookie, nobody knows local storage, but actually is what is going most, what is as used as cookie for the same purpose. So the next video will be about local storage. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.